One twin's marriage ended. How do you untangle a life when you can't untangle your body? Abby and Brittany Hensel, the famous conjoined twins who've shared everything from childhood milestones to careers, are now navigating the unimaginable. One of them got divorced. A breakup in a shared body. How does that even work? Let us step into the lives of these extraordinary sisters where every decision, every heartache is shared, except this one. The uncharted lives of conjoined twins. Abby and Brittany Hensel have lived a life so far from ordinary that the word feels almost insulting to their story. These two sisters, born in the spring of 1990 in small-town Minnesota, are conjoined twins who've shared not just a body, but also every headline-grabbing twist and turn of their lives. Connected at the torso, they've spent their years defying expectations, handling an avalanche of public attention, and somehow juggling all the chaos of being quite literally two people in one body. But here's the kicker. One of them got divorced. Let's unpack that for a moment. How does one half of a shared life face love, marriage, and heartbreak alone? The answer will leave you stunned. From the beginning, Abby and Brittany were a curiosity to the world. Imagine the whispers, the stares, and the endless "how does that work?" questions they've had to endure since day one. Born with two heads, two spines, two hearts, and a shared set of reproductive organs, their lives have been a balancing act of individuality and compromise. Abby's the type A, assertive one, Brittany's the softer, go-with-the-flow counterpart. They've been described as a perfect team, but that doesn't mean things are simple, not by a long shot. The twins didn't just survive, they thrived. They graduated college, both becoming teachers, and have managed to lead what many might call a normal life, at least as normal as life can get when the whole world thinks you're a walking documentary. Their teaching gig. A single salary split between two people, a fact that's both practical and weirdly emblematic of their existence. Everything is shared, but they're two people. Got it? Great. But let's talk about their personal lives, which have always been shrouded in intrigue. It's not just idle curiosity. People want to know how two individuals sharing one body manage love, intimacy, and relationships. And here's where things get real. Recently, the news broke that one of them went through a divorce. Let's pause to appreciate the sheer layers of complexity here. A divorce between one partner and, well, one half of a two-person body. Wrap your head around that. Before diving deeper into the divorce bombshell, consider their reality. Abby and Brittany have always insisted they are two distinct individuals. They've got their own likes, dislikes, dreams, and emotions, but society doesn't make it easy to see them that way. To the public, they're a unit, a curiosity, a single package deal. And when you're constantly battling that perception, it's no wonder they fought hard to carve out their own identities. The divorce is proof of that fight. The details of who got divorced and why are fuzzy. The twins have always drawn a firm line between what they'll share and what's off limits, and good for them. But think about what this means. One of them, formed a romantic connection, got married, and then, presumably, decided it wasn't working. For Abby and Brittany, whose lives are intertwined in every conceivable way, that's monumental. How do you go through a breakup when you're physically unable to walk away? Literally. The whole situation raises more questions than answers. What's it like for the other twin in that scenario? Imagine being tied, again literally, to someone who's grieving a breakup or worse, attending marriage counseling sessions when it's not your marriage. Does the other twin play the role of emotional support, or do they sit in silence, awkwardly trying not to intrude? It's a level of relationship drama most of us can't even begin to fathom. Public judgment can't be ignored either. Abby and Brittany have been under a microscope since birth. Their love lives, the stuff of tabloid dreams, the fact that one of them even had the chance to get married is groundbreaking. But a divorce, that's a goldmine for gossip. And yet, the twins have always handled the spotlight with grace. They've made it clear that their personal lives are just that, personal. Still, you can't help but wonder how they're feeling about the world's fascination with their heartbreak. What makes their story so compelling is that it's not just about the physical reality of being conjoined, it's about the emotional and psychological tightrope they've walked their entire lives. Abby and Brittany have always pushed boundaries of what's possible, of what's normal, and of what society thinks they're capable of. They've tackled education, careers, and relationships with a resilience that's hard to imagine. And now, with the revelation of a divorce, they've shown the world yet another layer of their humanity. The twins' ability to maintain a sense of individuality while sharing everything is nothing short of extraordinary. They've had to learn the art of compromise in ways most of us never will. Whether it's deciding what to eat for dinner or navigating the complexities of a divorce, their lives are a constant exercise in teamwork. And yet, through it all, they've managed to carve out their own identities. It's tempting to sensationalize their story, to frame it as a tragedy or a triumph of the human spirit. But maybe the real lesson here is simpler. Abby and Brittany are just people. People who've dealt with challenges most of us can't even imagine, but people nonetheless. They've laughed, cried, loved, and yes, gotten divorced. Their lives aren't some spectacle to gawk at. They're a reminder that humanity comes in all shapes, sizes, and configurations. What's next for Abby and Brittany is anyone's guess. They've defied expectations at every turn, and they're not done yet. Whether they're teaching, dating, or just living their lives, one thing is clear. They're not here to fit into anyone's mold. And maybe that's the most inspiring thing about them. Not the headlines, not the divorce, but their refusal to be anything other than exactly who they are. Beyond the headlines and societal intrigue, Abby and Brittany embody the resilience that comes with navigating an extraordinary existence. Their story offers a window into the complexities of identity, autonomy, and the challenges of living a deeply interconnected life. They are not defined by their condition, but by their actions, their choices, and their humanity. Abby and Brittany's story starts in a way few can imagine. 2 lives, 1 path. Shared dreams, separate passions. Born on March 7, 1990, the twins entered the world to the amazement of doctors and medical staff. Conjoined twins are rare, but dicephalic parapagus twins are even rarer. The chances of survival are slim, yet these two have continuously defied the odds.
And so I make sure that I cut away as little as I can for the back and a little bit more in the front.
Their story started in a small town in Minnesota, where their parents decided to raise them with as much normalcy as possible, despite the uniqueness of their condition. From their early years, Abby and Brittany's parents made a conscious decision to treat them as individuals who just happened to share a body. This approach meant encouraging them to develop their own likes and dislikes, personalities, and hobbies. The sisters grew up surrounded by love, with siblings who treated them like any other family member. Their parents chose not to separate them surgically, given the risks involved and the fact that they shared too many vital organs. It was a difficult decision, but one that ultimately allowed the twins to thrive as they are today. The day-to-day logistics of living as conjoined twins require constant communication and coordination. From brushing their hair to getting dressed, every task involves a level of teamwork that most people could never comprehend. Imagine having to agree on every single action throughout the day. What to eat, what to wear, where to go, and how to get there. For the sisters, this is just life. They have to communicate clearly and constantly. And over time, they have developed an almost telepathic understanding of each other's needs and intentions. One of the more impressive aspects of their lives is their ability to play sports. Growing up, the siblings were involved in activities like volleyball, swimming, and cycling. Participating in these sports required them to move as one, to react instantly to each other's movements, and to trust each other completely. Volleyball, for instance, demands agility, quick reflexes, and coordination. They developed their own way of playing, compensating for their unique physical limitations with unmatched teamwork and determination. Their journey through school was another area where the twins had to navigate challenges that others might not even think about. They attended a regular school, and their classmates quickly adapted to having them around. Teachers also played an essential role in ensuring that they had the support needed, both academically and socially. Despite the extra attention their condition brought, they managed to make friends and participate in school activities just like any other students. They were active in extracurricular activities, and their classmates admired their resilience and positive attitude. The footage also offers a glimpse into the challenges they faced as they moved into adulthood. After graduating from high school, they attended Bethel University, where they pursued degrees in education. College life presented new challenges. living away from home, managing their studies, and figuring out their future careers. But as always, the sisters approached these challenges head-on. They were determined to become teachers and worked hard to achieve that goal. After earning their degrees, the twins began their teaching careers. They took a job sharing a single full-time position, teaching 4th and 5th graders.
We're still getting interviews and looking for jobs.
Need instructions, girls?
No, I have it done already. Need instructions, Mom?
This arrangement allows them to bring their unique perspective to the classroom while managing the physical demands of their shared body. The footage shows them interacting with their students who clearly adore them. They have a natural ability to connect with children, and their students see them as role models who demonstrate the importance of perseverance and teamwork. One particularly touching moment in the footage shows the sisters discussing their teaching style. Each brings her own strengths to the classroom. One tends to be more focused on math and science, while the other enjoys reading and art. Together, they create a balanced and dynamic teaching environment that benefits their students. Their ability to work together seamlessly in the classroom is a testament to their lifelong practice of cooperation and communication. As they navigate their teaching careers, they also face the realities of their medical condition. Their shared organs, particularly their liver, continue to be a concern for their medical team. The footage captures conversations with doctors who are closely monitoring their health, always on the lookout for any signs of complications. The twins understand the risks they face, but they refuse to let those risks define their lives. They are committed to living as fully and independently as possible, despite the uncertainties that lie ahead. Their determination to live life on their own terms is evident in every aspect of their lives. From the way they navigate their daily routines to the way they pursue their passions, the sisters embody resilience. The footage shows them enjoying time with friends, going on trips, and participating in activities that bring them joy. They have a close-knit group of friends who have been by their side for years, providing support and companionship. These friendships are a vital part of their lives, offering a sense of normalcy and belonging that is crucial for their well-being. Their family has always been a source of strength for them. Their parents made countless sacrifices to ensure that the twins had the best possible quality of life. The footage includes interviews with their parents who speak about the challenges and rewards of raising conjoined twins. Their father talks about the practical challenges, like modifying equipment to accommodate their unique needs, while their mother reflects on the emotional journey of watching her daughters grow and thrive despite the odds. One of the most poignant moments in the footage is when the siblings reflect on their relationship with each other. They acknowledge that while they are incredibly close, they are also two separate individuals with their own thoughts, feelings, and dreams. They have had to learn how to balance their individual desires with the reality of their shared body. This balance is not always easy, and there are times when they disagree or feel frustrated. But through it all, their love and respect for each other remain unwavering.
They're having pretty ducks. It's gonna be pretty crazy.
Abby and Brittany's journey takes an unexpected turn, bringing new challenges to their relationship. Marriage and boundaries. Recently, Abby got married. Just Abby. But Brittany is right there, literally attached to her side. How does this even work? For one thing, they share a pelvis, so whatever goes on with Abby in the bedroom, Brittany is there for it, whether she likes it or not. Think about that. A marriage that involves only one of them, yet the other twin is physically involved in every aspect. How do you even navigate something like that emotionally? It is almost unimaginable, but here they are, doing it. I would love to know what kind of conversations must go on behind the scenes. How do you agree on boundaries in a situation that does not have any clear boundaries to begin with? The whole idea of marriage and intimacy for conjoined twins raises a million questions that no one really has the answers to. According to reports, they have one set of genitals, and apparently both twins feel everything that happens down there. The logistics of this are mind-boggling. Do both of them experience sensations the same way? Does Brittany just tune out while Abby is with her husband? Do they both get something out of it? There are no straightforward answers, and honestly, it is nobody's business, but curiosity about how they make all of this work is natural. The twins have separate brains, but a shared body, and that makes every aspect of their lives, from the mundane to the intimate, a cooperative effort unlike anything most people can even imagine. What is wild is that these twins are out there living their best lives, while the rest of us are out here worrying about the most trivial problems. There is a lot of talk about how people feel anxious just leaving the house or microwaving a meal, yet here are Abby and Brittany out there teaching, driving, shopping, and one of them is even married. They are literally walking into classrooms full of children every day. Children who, let us be honest, are not known for their tact. They are getting stared at in grocery stores, and yet they are just out there living. It is a stark contrast to all the complaining about anxiety and discomfort that we hear so much of nowadays. These two have made a life, a complicated, fascinating, and sometimes downright confusing life, and they seem genuinely happy. They are not just surviving, they are thriving, and that is more than a lot of people can say. It is also worth considering the emotional resilience it must take to manage all this. Think about it. Abby found someone she wanted to marry, and that person also had to be on board with not just her, but her twin, literally and figuratively. That is a relationship dynamic that is unprecedented. How do you even begin to fall in love in that kind of situation? It must require a depth of understanding and empathy that is practically unheard of. Does the husband have a relationship of some kind with Brittany too? Does she just hang out quietly while Abby and her husband are having a moment? Or do they all have some kind of unspoken agreement about giving each other privacy?
Woo! Don't you 1.5 me?
Are you enjoying your time on the lake?
Honestly, there are probably layers to this relationship that none of us will ever understand. What about Brittany then? She is just there, not married, but living through everything that her sister experiences. It is like the ultimate third-wheel situation, but it is her life. She has no choice but to be there for all of it. I cannot help but think about how she must feel. Is she happy for her sister, or is there some level of resentment even if she would not admit it? The two of them have shared everything since birth, but sharing a spouse has to be next-level weird. It is honestly kind of a miracle that they have made it this far without any major fallout, at least none that we know of. It is funny how people react, though. There has been a lot of buzz online with folks saying things like, "If they can find a husband, why cannot I?" And it is kind of a valid point. Here are these two in a situation that is so far from ordinary, finding love, while so many people out there complain that dating is too hard or that nobody is good enough. It just goes to show that love really can find a way, even in the most unlikely of circumstances. And then there is the bigger picture. Abby and Brittany Hensel are living examples of what true resilience looks like. They have been through more challenges by the age of 34 than most people face in a lifetime, and they are still smiling, still working, still building their lives. While some folks are out here complaining about how hard it is to order takeout or face the world, these two are out there living, driving, teaching, getting married. They are facing challenges head-on, not hiding from them, and that is something we could all take a lesson from. If Abby and Brittany can navigate life and love so boldly, what's stopping the rest of us? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.